Yo, yo. Let me put some of this stuff away. So, hello, I can make this. Woohoo! Oh, jeez. Alright, so, welcome to Grind 24 on the Hello Deneb server, where I yammer away at you while I do relatively inane things on the server. I don't like this. Oh, jeez, I heard that. Whoa! Holy cow, how'd you get here? Seriously, whoa. Did you follow me down? Oh, there's another one. Die. 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 He's not gonna die, is he? Okay, well, whatever. Where do I want to go? I think I want to go back to Origin with this stuff. Mildly risky, but not too bad. I need to move away from this spot before one of those guys sees me and starts torching my precious trees. So, I had pre-written, before I started any of these episodes this weekend, that today, I haven't actually decided what tomorrow's topic is, but for today's topic is, again, back to economics, where I wanted to talk about crappy products and planned obsolescence and that sort of stuff. And the thing is, that actually dovetails right from what I was talking about yesterday without me even intending it to do so, because I kind of ended up ranting about it at the end regarding, well, we need to be more efficient, and part of that is going to be working less and having fewer items that are much higher quality and last for not months, but decades. You know, so you don't waste energy and resources making things that are designed to fall apart quickly, which is basically Walmart's mantra. I've never, ever, I haven't actually bought anything from Walmart in at least 8 years. But prior to then, being much less well paid than I am now, I sort of went to them for things like shoes and socks and stuff, and nothing I ever bought from them ever lasted more than a couple of months. And even though it seemed less expensive at the time, when you add them all up, it was way more expensive than buying one single pair of frickin' Italian-made shoes. Absolutely, like, hundreds of dollars less expensive than going to Walmart for a cheap pair of shoes. And all of those resources dedicated to the manufacture and the pay and the eat and all this the transportation of and putting these huge facilities to store and sell these things that are not meant to last. It's a terrible, terrible, wasteful, destructive, potentially extinction level event kind of way of thinking. So I wanted to talk about that, and I kind of just covered it. Excuse me. Cheers for now. Forever. That is so epic right there. I've never made anything more complex than that. Actually, that's not true. So, yeah. I need to figure out what I'm going to do for dinner. I could probably make spaghetti and maybe dinner rolls. If I'm going to make dinner rolls, I'll have to start immediately after this episode, because it's nearly 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and I have to spend time with Caffeine, who has to go back to friggin'... By the time she'll have listened to this, it's already done. She'll be going tomorrow, and this is slated for Thursday. But she has to go back to London to pick up paperwork, which is quite inconvenient. Alright. Why did I just say that? Whatever. So, what actually got me thinking about this... Did he, tear up his tree? I think he did. Sabotage! Anyways, I was going to put some things that are probable freebies. Now, all this armor. I'll keep the diamond armor for myself, but let's see. I'll put some. I don't need the extra chests, so I'll put those in there. I don't need this much nether work, so I'll put that in there. I don't. Where did all this flint and steel come from? Saddles I don't need. Well, maybe one. Put those in. I only need one of these. I'll put this in there. Hell. I got tons of iron as well. Some coal. Alright. Maybe... I mean, the rest of this they can... Except for, you know, diamonds, which are precious. They don't really need too much. Ugh, they always do this. Beep, beep, beep. Deep, 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 deep. Cool. Right. So, oh yeah. What got me thinking about this in the first place was the fact that my phone, my Apple phone, I traded in my BlackBerry because the apps were kind of not very good. And the phone itself was prone to some issues. So I traded it in, got and paid a little, not too much, but a little extra to swap to an iPhone 4S. Do not care to have a 5 or 5C. I'm sorry, that's overkill for what I need a phone for. In fact, this one is too. However, it has a couple apps that I really wanted. And frankly, this past year suffered without. So I made the switch. That said, and I like Apple products. The company I'm a little irritated with. However, sadly, they're still not the worst. There's a company out there that did a lot of studies in terms of ethics behind technology manufacturers. And out of all of the ones they studied, 0 got better than a 50% score on things like working conditions, resource consumption, dirtiness of manufacture, cleanup, political. A lot of them buy from places that have very, very questionable trade practices. Just lots and lots of really nasty things. And none of the, absolutely 0 of the companies are innocent. Some more than others. Acer and Asus were roughly, oh, jeez, I forgot about this, are about as good as you can get right now at 50%. That was the best score, except for one company out of the UK called True PC. They got a little bit higher, but they're also very, you don't get the box cutter. And it's weird that this sounds like a bad thing, but you don't get that box cutter predictability that you get from other computers. If you purchase a True PC, you're sort of taking a risk. It's probably a good risk and way better than the options, but still. And the trouble is, for the manufacturers of computers, it's probably really hard not to get a bad grade because no one company is involved in the mining, getting all the fuel, hiring all the laborers, turning all those resources into micro, components like the silicon chips and all the capacitors and the circuit boards and the parts that go into the fans and the electronic cabling and stuff. That is so hugely dispersed that it's probably impossible to actually make a computer 100% ethically until all of the players have to live up to the same standards. So, as bad as it sounds, it's really hard to judge. And all you can do is do your own research and try to buy as ethically as you can. That said, Apple is not among the high rollers. They're about 30%. And Samsung was down into the teens. Samsung was actually really, I couldn't believe, I thought they'd be better than Apple, but they're half as good as Apple. And frankly, for all of the manufacturing squickiness with Apple, their service is amazing, and their computers are actually really good. I know people say, "Well, you don't get the options you get with PCs." And actually, now that I've gone through the experience of trying to buy a PC laptop for Caffeine, because hers is dying, it's actually not true. Your personal access to the inside of that machine is not as good in an Apple as it is with a PC, but their attention to detail and the options you get to choose from when picking the computer in the first place are actually as good as the best PCs. And most of the PC companies do not offer a fraction of that amount of choice. So I was actually really pleased, and the machines have always held up extremely well. I've only ever once had to have any kind of maintenance work done on any Mac ever. And it was not terribly expensive to get done, and the repair worked like a charm. I'm sorry, if you're going to come down on Mac, you're really you fail. You're going to fail. There are gaming PCs out there that are pretty nice, and even a few gaming PC laptops that are pretty nice and powerful. Mine is no slouch. Granted, it's a $2,400 machine. Thankfully, I didn't have to buy it myself. It's a powerful machine. It can play just about anything I want to play without a hitch. So, again, I can't complain. And this is from a thin PC. This is the Mac. The thick, bulky gaming PCs out there, probably better than this, but they're also bulkier and heavier and, frankly, cost as much or more than this. So any such comparison is unfair and dishonest. And how did this go from a complaint into honoring them? I don't know. What I want to complain about, I mean, I guess I had to make a juxtaposition between their computers and the accessories. Or largely one accessory you cannot live without, and that are the power cables, which are horrendous. I can't even believe they are as bad as they are. Every single cable I have ever encountered from that comes along with the Mac, it falls apart quickly. I mean, the where every flexing point breaks. And I've had a power cable, like a thick power cable, that my cat bit once. There's this one single slight dent, and it was dead. Gone forever, useless. I couldn't believe how easily it was destroyed. And this is an $80 power cable. Absolutely disgusting that such an overly expensive cable is so badly manufactured. And the reason why I even thought this would be a topic when I got up this morning was because the last remaining power cable I have, sort of USB for my iPhone, is gone. And now my battery's like 10% battery, and I won't be able to use it in the morning as an alarm clock. So I'll probably be late for work. Oh, hello, caffeine. So, speak of... Whoa! What just happened? Oh, I was poisoned. Okay. Which means I'm in actually serious danger. Sorry, can't talk. Can't... God, move! No! Hello, Magma Pool. Nice to see you. Oh, for frig's sake. No! That spider is gonna kill me. Oh my god. Oh, friggin' cow. I have to eat. I have to eat. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Oh. So it's a travesty that their cables are designed to be so bad. I don't understand. Considering how horrible they are, they should be a tenth of their price. I don't understand. I don't understand. It is horrible. And this goes into what I was talking about in terms of economics. We seem to have prioritized making items that are designed to fail, because that would require the person to buy a replacement. This is the core feature of how Walmart works. And frankly, any big box company like Amazon or Target or anything like that expects to be able to survive in a world next to the likes of Walmart kind of has to do the same thing. And I suspect there's some variation, but not much. I mean, we really need to have one-shot purchases for really high-quality products, and then we have to employ people to occasionally maintain them, fix them up, repair them if something happens. We should have a global globally cultural gross out factor for ever having to replace an item. Instead, we have cultivated the opposite, where we actually encourage people to want to get rid of hugely expensive, my iPhone here, the $600 machine when you come down to it, and we're being encouraged to discard it in 2 years or less. I think 18 or 22 months, I forget, was the average lifespan of a new phone in the hands of the modern consumer. That's terrible. Apparently I hit one of these guys and I see a witch. Oh, witch disappeared. Is witch supposed to be able to disappear? Oh well. So yeah, there's my rant. And like I said yesterday, I really don't see how we're ever going to be efficient enough as a civilization to survive if we don't get over this planned obsolescence economy that we have. I understand that it would mean there would be less jobs, but we're so productive and efficient now that you shouldn't have to have so many jobs, or at least full-time jobs. Like, if we only need the average person around the world to put in 10 to 15 hours a week, constructive, positive work to keep civilization healthy and happy and running, then what are we doing putting in and stressing out over 40 hours a week? The whole mechanism seems at this point to be designed to maintain not the items and not our jobs or our livelihoods, but maintain this constant siphoning effect of our wealth into the hands of the people who own this manufacturing culture that we don't need. We're being essentially farmed. Our hard work and our time and our livelihood is being farmed for the benefit of a very few people. And planned obsolescence is one of the primary mechanisms behind how that works. Not to mention, like I said, third time now, the terrible consequences it has for our resources and our climate. So that's it. Ooh, got him. Thursday night. So one more. I don't have a topic yet, but I'll think of one soon. Probably sometime during the course of the week. I'm recorded well enough ahead now that I can take my time thinking of a new topic. So I'm going to go play with caffeine and then think about dinner and probably do some Python work in the evening while listening to a movie. I watched Lilo and Stitch last night. It was good. It's one of my better movies. All right. Thank you, and come again.